So, we are back. We are back actually in the city of... Yeah, we don't actually know what it's called. The City of Dead. Let's just call it the City of the Dead. On the River of Souls. And you are just emerging from a crypt where you have been gallivanting for the last session. And you have been doing all sorts of things. And comedy of arrows, but falling into a hole in the ground. And all that. Very good episode last time. But you are now emerging. You're blinking into the pale light of a morning sun as you come out of the crypt. So, with all the treasures and all the knowledge and all the items you have found since last time, what are you going to do next?
Take a deep breath and be thankful that we're away from those ghostly, ghastly things that sent fear into my soul.
Yes.
I feel a lot better.
Now we hope that the guardians at the bridge are now going to let us pass.
Yeah, you will have to perform a ritual, won't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, do you remember the items and the ritual that you had from last time?
Again, my notes do.
We had a dagger. I thought we did the ritual, but in the
a
pit.
silver cup. You had some herbs.
I think we get multiple uses out of that. An obsidian blade, we have that. The silver chalice, we have that too. The herbs we found.
I hope I just showed you the right thing and not all my notes.
Find, dark, and see.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see everything. You were supposed to see the ritual chant.
Sharing a lot of notes there.
Just ignore that.
Yeah.
Because
nobody saw that.
Nobody can.
So, shall I close it down then? Yeah.
Yeah, close that one down. Yeah, it was meant just to be the chant, you know, the ritual. But sometimes it's a bit trickier than it needs to be, so I can put it in the narration again. That was the chant.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, if you wanted to have that.
Yeah.
And I also had the... So there was... You must create a circle on the ground using intricate symbols and runes from the ancient tome. The book that you found. Then you need to put some incense that you gathered. You gathered some herbs, if you remember. Yeah, you need to basically burn that stuff, and the fragrant smoke will help bridge the gap between the living and the dead. Then the chalice that you found needs to be filled, and you will have to donate some of your blood and drink it. Hope you don't have any communicable diseases there. And then chant, and then with a dagger, make some ritualistic cuts. Oh, that's where the blood comes from. Right. And that should be it. They should let you through if you do it right. So.
And do we all need to give blood? That's probably what we need to do, don't we? So
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you have to sing. Or speak it like a chorus. In unison. With exactly the right rhythm. So, how are we going to do this? You are emerging, as I said, from the crypt. Do you want to make your way straight up there? To the gate?
I feel we said we want to check out something else first. But I don't necessarily remember what.
Alright.
I also think it's redundant because we already have think we have our way to get past the guards.
I mean, the key really, just to put it in the greater context again, because it's been a few weeks, is you are trying to follow this boat of this Tothmekri guy. And he's been going up the rivers of Soul. Now, you're not 100% sure, but you're pretty sure that he went through this gate. Yeah, and therefore you need to get through the gate. But when you tried to get through the gate, there were these Anubites, these coyote-headed people who didn't want to let you, or jackal, sorry, not coyote, jackal-headed people who didn't want to let you through, seeing as you were living. So you needed to find another way of commanding them, essentially. And that's why you went on this whole journey of finding the artifacts of the ritual. So, straight back to the gate? Or any other plans?
Yeah, I think part of the reason why we was going there as well was to see if there was some secret way to get past the gate without needing to actually approach these Anubites. But clearly we've not managed to find anything. So back to plan B.
So you just have to impersonate
Anyway.
priests, essentially, of this order.
And we've been to the library, we've been to the church, haven't we? So we've been to
The
the places
temple.
we were going to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
Temple. Yeah.
So, how are you going to do this? No, you don't have anybody with sorcery, is that right? Or did you have some sorcery, JR?
I don't have sorcery yet. Like skills and talents, no.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of expertise and focus, but nothing.
I don't think Derzo's got any, right?
No.
No.
No chance there.
That's not your game.
It's actually the worst possible stat, like a 7. No expertise, no focus.
I'm sure somebody can do worse.
Yeah, 6 is.
I don't
the
think you
lowest.
can. Can you go below a 7?
I think you can.
during
Yeah, 6.
Yeah?
So,
Okay.
Yeah, you can get 6, can't you?
Okay, second possible or combination. Yeah, whatever.
It's bad enough, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, I have no preconceived idea, by the way, of how we're going to do this ritual, so you can convince me. Is it performance we need? Is it something like that?
So do we need to draw these Anubites away because this will open the gate, but they're still guarding the gate?
This ritual should basically, because you are asking them to let you through and so on, that basically should give you the authority. So if you do this right, they will let you through. They will even open the gate for you.
Okay.
But you have to ask nicely.
Let's do this, Rich. I'm gonna follow from the book, just what I can understand.
Right, I might just see whether I can get this into the chat as well, because there's a sort of the recipe for the steps.
Another question is where do we have to perform the ritual? Because there are basically 2 sides with the Anubites.
Yeah, in front of the gate. Where you were, you're pretty sure.
You have a left and a right side, essentially.
On the side where you were. I'll
Maybe
give you
this
that
is
much
like a
extra
conflict.
information as a bonus. Ritual chant. So I can put you back on that scene if you want in a minute. So don't worry too much about where it is. You will find it. Oh. So step 1, I'll have to copy and paste this, otherwise I'll share too much again. And it won't let me because it's popped out. So let's pop it in. And as I pop it in, of course, what happens? It loses the place. Oh, what fun. Oh, what fun. So, let's try it again. Number 1, Circle of Power. There you go. Heroes must create a circle on the ground using intricate symbols and runes from the ancient tome. The circle acts as protective barrier and conduit for the ritual's energy. So you have a sketch. You just have to draw it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab the knife from. I think Shira had the knife last.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask her for the knife. I'm just gonna copy on the ground the circles and lines and whatever else is there with the knife.
Did you load something in the game? Because I just see black.
I see black as well. But
What? I didn't change anything.
just a circle of power text that was updated.
Yeah, I don't see any instructions or.
You should definitely see the scene, the background scene. Can you see that?
No.
Okay, in that case we have that issue
On
again.
board the slave ship.
Board
That's
the
battle
slave
of-
No, you shouldn't be on board the slave ship. That's too early.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I
You shouldn't be on the slave ship. That comes later. Spoilers. Damn players.
Spoilers.
Sneaking onto the wrong map. No, it probably was me leaving it active. Now you're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
that's-
So- But if you couldn't see anything, that's all good. It means I misconfigured it again. So, yeah, that's the first bit. Circle of Power. You have to draw that. You have a sketch, but let's see. I just want to have a sort of collection of successes of momentum before I say the ritual's successful. So who's going to draw it? What skill are you going to use to draw it?
I'll draw it with a knife. I guess I'll copy from the book, but I don't know what skill that would be. Just
Pick
original
one.
Copy.
Pick one that you can argue.
Sorcery. It's a sorcerer.
Could be sorcery.
Sorcery type thing. All right.
But sorcery might not be your best, right?
And
Maybe
okay.
linguistics, because it has a lot of symbols in an ancient
Oh,
tongue.
that could be too.
Yeah, you could argue that you need to understand that again. Yeah, you could argue that.
Alright, linguistics.
And we know that you're good at that. Oh, reasonably good. So that's one success. Right. The next step is, depending which one I'm going to go for, is this one, I think. So, scribe. One of you needs to volunteer to donate a small amount of blood which goes in the vial. Actually, it should say in the chalice.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm good at
You can do that.
You're good at sacrificing blood?
So you donate a small amount of your blood. Let's say it's not going to hurt you very much yet. That might come later.
Yeah.
Then we need somebody who's reasonable with herbs to sort of mix the herbs in, you know?
I mean, I have healing, if that could translate.
Didn't
over.
somebody do herbalism, or do I just remember that from your previous character build?
I think you remember
There's
that
no
from
herbalism,
previous, but I think Shira might have been good at something.
Alchemy's the nearest thing.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Shira did stuff with lotus pollen and
Shira, let me have a look. Can she roll for you? Yeah, not great. There's a little bit of healing in it, but that's about it. So, anybody else got healing?
Nope.
I have like the basic healing, just
Let Shira roll.
I can mix the herbs as well, sure.
you do fine.
Ooh, okay. Still one success. Right. The next thing is you have to all drink something. The herb and the blood together. I don't think drinking from a chalice needs a skill roll, does it?
No.
No, I don't think so. So the next thing is the chant. And on the chant, it says this one. Using the ancient tome, the heroes must chant a series of incantations that invoke the spirits of the Asheronians and request safe passage through the gate. These incantations should be spoken in unison and with utmost concentration.
Linguistics.
Do you want to roll, or do you want to try and speak this chant in unison as players?
I guess we do the audience a favor and roll for it.
Oh. Okay.
I will roll
Fine.
linguistics.
Is it linguistics? Or is,
I guess,
there is a skill.
everyone needs
There is
to-
a
society, I think, is performance skill.
yeah, society. I think that's what it is.
Society.
Society.
You know, we talked about having 6 in something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you found your 6, did you?
Yeah.
So, Shira will roll as well. See, Shira is good at this.
That's okay.
Everybody succeeding?
Mm.
Other than this person.
I hope that doesn't affect you.
No, we have enough successes to basically buy you out, I think. Because we
So I
have
stumble over my words.
six successes about, and of course we have what's her name? Tira as well. So let's see.
Man of the woods, I'm not used to speaking to people.
Everybody is successful.
I
You
guess
cough.
ghosts and rituals aren't Kritz's thing.
Let's say it's good enough. I was just thinking maybe they're opening the gate, but they're gonna attack Trios. But then I thought, nah, let's move this thing. So you've done that, and then the final bit is a particular dagger ritual, as it says. So you have to all hurt yourself a little bit. Ah, okay, it's just in the chat. Tira did it differently this time.
Oh, cuts on the palms. Oh. Okay.
Symbolizing the joining of life and death. So, and actually, because you're all quite exhausted, I think from this ritual, it will draw some more power from you, and I think you're all gonna get a little bit of fatigue, which is not just gonna go away after the scene. Remember how to do fatigue?
You have it in...
It's the vigor, top left, isn't it?
Oh yes, there's a plus symbol, isn't it?
This sort of the 1 or the 2 at the top. And if you want to adjust this, you have to hold Control, and then you can use the mouse wheel on it. And I think you can do right click or the left click. So your vigor basically gets reduced by the fatigue. As we found out, thank you very much, Motley, if you're watching this again. Motley gave us a few tips of how to adjust the resolve and vigor.
Control.
Basically, on vigor, right hand bubble, there's a little circle in the top. And that's what you can adjust. Hover over it, control mouse wheel.
Yeah, mine doesn't work.
Oh, yes, doesn't work. Then I might have to do it for you. Oh, it is working. You can see it.
Can you?
I can see it. It jumps back and forth for tries.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it is working.
Yeah.
For some reason. Okay, yeah, let me just...
Motors, I can see yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it.
Does it? Everybody did it.
I'm going to do it down by 1.
Good.
A bit of a delay effect.
So, with your chanting as an almost magical vortex running around here in this circle that you made, and you can see that the Anubites that are standing there are watching you with rapt attention. And as the ritual finishes and you have your bloody palms and you're holding them up, they step to the side and make a path and open a gate for you. So you will have to get back on a raft and stake your way through it.
I guess we just take the one anchored here.
Yeah. And then your way across. Oh, I thought I had to put it as a tile. Apparently not. So you hop onto that and make your way through. So let me do a little bit of storytelling if I find it. You basically, through this huge gate, they open just one quarter of the gate, but it's big enough for your raft to go through. There's a tunnel that leads through the heart of the mountain, and the river runs through it quite calmly. The surface is really smooth, but the water is running with some force and some speed, so that sort of carries you through. And every few 50, 60 meters, there are some lights, so you always go from a little island of light to another island of light. And as you go through this tunnel, you all get quite drowsy and quite tired, because you don't have to do much, because the current just takes your boat with it, straight towards the halls of judgment. Who knows what you'll find there. But although, yeah, as it says here, your awareness is here. You feel something is calling you, drawing you away. You hear a sing-song voice muttering something, and what is that language? Is that Kushite? And the words are almost as if a rope has been looped around you, and it's pulling you away from the strange world here into another place, when suddenly the voice stops. A sense of a changed being, a changed layer of existence almost ripples through you, and the disquieting sensation just for a moment of being in two places at once. And then, as you just glimpse for a last moment the darkness of the river's course through the mountain, your vision goes black. Right. What happened? That is where we go to the scene, which is all black, which is perfect, as if I had planned it. Of course I haven't. So, how have I got it? Let's go to this scene. All black for you currently?
Yep. Yeah.
It gets. But now you should be able to.
Mm-hmm.
You see it?
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
Looks like a boat.
You are back. You're back on your ship. I hope you like the scene. And of course, I popped the thing out, and of course, I lost my place. So, you are back in the creaking darkened hull, and you just start to blink your eyes a little bit, and your eyes are really heavy, your eyelids are really heavy, almost like they're stuck together. But you can hear the creaking, you can hear the fetid smell of the ship below decks, and you're just slowly becoming aware of yourself. Again, as you see, let's see who we're going to say, I think it's Moatas. Moatas sees a figure leaning over him, crouched before you, actually, leaning towards you. And there's another figure lying over there in the corner, chained up, but this one seems to be holding a long blade, and there's a light just behind them, a lantern that they're holding. And they're very close to you. Or is this peering into your eye, Moatas? What do you want to do? This blade is coming a bit closer, and you can just see a ferocious, wicked glint of light on the blade.
Can I... Oh, do they know we're awake or no?
Up to you. You can say, I'm basically pretending I'm still asleep, or you can, I don't know, scream or something.
I'll pretend to be asleep, see what happens.
Okay. You can still feel the sort of the weight of the chain, sort of. So
can the others see this as well?
The others, you're just coming around. Let's say you have a dim awareness, but Moatas was the one I selected. So, and yeah, this guy sort of just very briefly nicks you a little bit with a blade, very gently, as if to see whether you are actually awake or not. Do you want to try and pretend that you're asleep?
No, I'll wake up immediately, be like, oh, okay, no, don't cut me.
And as you do that, this guy stumbles backwards. Says, "Oh!" Really gave him a fright, and says, "So you are alive!" And at that moment, the others also wake up. And you look around. You look around the hold, and you're still chained up. But there's this one, pirate. You guess it's one of the crew of the Calypso. There's also over there, there's another shape, an old Cushite man lying there in chains and sort of huddled into the corner and watching what's going on.
Is the gate to this cell locked or closed?
Yes, it looks locked behind them. You can see another figure. There's a couple of bars in the door, so you can see there's another figure waiting out there.
Who are you?
Who am I? Well, I've been sent down here. My name is... Here's a name. It's hidden somewhere, his name. I'll just make one up. My name is Nerim.
What do you want from us, Nerim? Let us free.
I want to find out something from you. You have been unconscious for a long time.
Yeah, you've drugged us, haven't you? Or someone has. That slop we've been drinking has made us drowsy.
It wasn't me. But look, he says. Just lost my... Who are you? And what does the Stygian want from you? That's what I want to know. Where is he leading us? Where is he taking us? You must know something. You are his prisoners.
And why would prisoners know more than you, a part of his crew?
We're not his crew. He just hired the whole ship.
So
we are Gar Ahmad's crew, not his. But he doesn't share anything with us. So I've been asked to come down and find out what you know. I know his real name now. Aha, Lamech. Found it. The other is just a nickname.
Don't know much. I mean, what about the man that sold you to us, or sold us to you?
Right.
He knows much more than we do.
I don't know who that geezer was. Go on, you must just tell me who you are. We're trying to puzzle out what this guy wants from us.
Simple travellers we are from different lands.
You must be special. Nobody would go through this much effort just to abduct some travelers from distant lands.
Perfectly right. Now let's set us free. It's obviously perhaps been a mistake.
Exactly.
We were just minding our business and suddenly we woke up here.
Maybe you can help us get out of this place.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. But let's see.
We'll make it
Maybe.
work.
We're
If you want.
actually quite the well-versed sailors, so maybe we could bolster your crew.
We have enough crew for now, but look, if you give me some useful information, I'm sure we can get you some decent food and stuff. So you don't have to eat the slop that even the rats run away from.
Has there been food yet?
Yeah, but you are feeling really, really hungry.
Yeah.
There is nothing we have. You can see everything's been taken from us.
It's not what you
The
have.
master has everything.
It's what you know that I'm after, not what you
We
have.
don't know anything.
Look, the Stygian and the captain switch looked after you. But, yeah, for the last 9 days, you've been out for the count. That's not normal. Come on, you must know something.
9 days?
9 days.
Someone must have drugged that slop. 9 days? No wonder I'm starving. Get us some food and maybe we can think clearly, and then maybe we can see if there's anything we could tell you. If there is anything.
Give me something before I go back up and try and get you some food. Come on. You need to give me some information.
I could tell you how to hunt wild boar.
Very useful on a ship.
Mm.
No, I want to know who you are and what you have carried that was so important to the Stygian.
Oh, we are travelers from Masantia. That's where we started, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
for this adventure, yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And we have friends, and maybe your master is the friends we have he's interested in.
He looks at you puzzled.
Well,
As does the GM. What? I didn't catch that. So, he has friends? Who has
we
friends?
have friends.
Oh, you
Well,
have
we had
friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
No friends no more.
Well, the friend we had was killed.
I see. By the way, Tyra is no longer with you. No, just so you know that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
she's still a bit drowsy. So, come on.
Oh, of course, yeah, Cherry's not there, isn't she? Yeah, of course.
Well,
if-
what is
if-
Take it away.
If you want to flip this a little bit and you want to sort of also ask him to reveal more information, you can give me a persuade roll. Because I think that's what you're trying to do.
We're trying to resist telling him anything, that's for certain.
And you can assist, yeah? If one of
Yeah,
the
no,
leads, the
it's-
others can assist.
Okay.
I'm not used to conversing with people. I'm from the woods.
Assisting.
Let's find it. Oh, look at that.
Very
Oh,
nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is
I will try to assist. Why not?
that's a great
Oh.
assist.
Tell us your whole life story.
So you have 3 successes.
There was this
Um,
one information about some pirate legend I remember. I just have to find it in my notes.
Oh, he's still set up as a mob. I just need the first 2, so he doesn't quite have that many dice. Just because he's set up as a mob. So that would... He's got 2 sets. But I'll tell you something. Definitely. Boring. What we know about the Stygian is he actually booked passage with us in Kemi. And then we had to take him and a few of his mercenaries, companions, all the way to Masantia. And then to Ascalon. There were some others up to Masantia, but they didn't come back.
Now what? He's taken over the ship, has he now?
No. He pays us, and the captain basically says he hired us out. We're acting on his behalf, but we belong to him. We don't obey him as such. We obey the captain. I don't know what the Stygian wants. He keeps muttering about some island beyond the nameless isles, but that's a long way out. Nobody has been there before. We are all worried.
Is the pay worth this adventure? You don't know what dangers are ahead.
I sure don't. That's why we're asking you.
How are you navigating your ship if you don't know where you're going?
Oh, he brought a map. It's under lock and seal. We can't see it, but he's brought a map. Captain looks at it with him.
Okay.
But we don't know what is there.
And
Basically
you trust
just
the
pointed
captain.
at the map and say that's where we need to go, but what is it?
To me, it seems like you've been taken advantage of. If the captain is hiding where you're going, what else is he hiding from you?
Well, he's hiding one thing from us.
Mhm. Sounds to me like you need a new leadership.
Yeah, he's hiding the reason why we are not allowed to harm you guys.
Mhm. And why would you want to harm us?
To be rid of you.
Well, you took us on board.
Yep,
Like, we're not here because we want to.
because we
Just
were
let us out
told.
at the next isle.
We were
Yeah,
told
we'll
to.
happily jump off.
Stygian there says that.
I'm
Yeah.
You
Stygian
say the
too,
Stygian,
so-
what's his name?
Name? You know, the guy with the big nose. Stemakit.
Semiket.
Some sort of exiled noble or something. Certainly had a lot of gold, so the captain says.
Have you considered that you could just get all the gold and then head back if you just got rid of the Stygians?
Well, you know, there's
Like, I'm
only...
fairly certain you outnumber them, don't you?
He has powerful friends, I'm sure.
We are powerful friends, just in case you want to.
Hang on, you just told me that your friends were all dead.
No, as in
One
we
of our
are
friends was
the
dead.
powerful friends to you if you want to.
Like, I just was sent down here to get some information out of you. And maybe give you some extra food if you cooperate.
So why hasn't the captain asked this Stygian why he wanted us?
Has he asked or why has he not asked?
Why hasn't he?
Well, I guess Stemakit is not sharing that information.
Your captain wouldn't be scared of Semiket, would he?
Powerful friends. Sorcerer's friends, so he says.
Yeah, but he's on your boat. You know, you can turf him over into the water. He
Yeah.
won't survive that.
But if anybody finds out, no, don't mess with sorcerers, is what I've been told.
I can't
Smell
find it in
beer.
my notes, but just out of character now. We heard about this pirate legend story related to the eye.
You have heard a
Ah.
little bit about Bloody
The-
Tronikos, I think. Yes.
There was something in there, and it was related to this Skal Arvad character.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we heard that he was.
We heard that he was on the seas when we took the sea
Yeah, he's
route.
not a member of the Red Brotherhood.
That's what you heard. You didn't actually hear anything about a huge pirate treasure that has to do with the eye, also having to do with Gala. Don't think so. Might have been amusing, like an assumption. You know. Don't think I told you.
There it is. That the island was sacked by pirate Bloody Tronikos.
Tronik.
a
Bloody
Hungarian.
Tronik.
Yeah. And said island is the one we are going to.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Okay, in this case, okay, but the food better be really good.
I hope you like fish.
It depends.
Well, what we've been eating was probably worse than fish,
Yeah.
right?
But essentially tell him the story of this pirate thing, and well,
he nods and he nods.
the
Oh
whole
yeah, I
story
know
is
the
that
story
the
of Bloody
island
Tronikos.
was already sacked and robbed, and there's nothing there anymore. So this entire voyage is kind of pointless.
You think?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I mean, you don't sack an island and then hide a hoard of treasure there. That doesn't make sense.
There was so
Unless
much treasure he
the
couldn't.
treasure was never found.
Oh, there was so much treasure they couldn't put it on one boat.
I'm fairly certain he had several boats. And would you really leave treasure behind? Because your boat is not big enough?
I don't know. Beyond my
sounds-
pay grade. All right. So let me just see. Is there anything else I need to plug in? You are strange. You are strange people. Just like that guy there. Points to the other. guy who's chained up, lying on the floor under a little blanket. He's some sort of shaman or something the Stygians brought with him. They said
How long
he
has he been there?
surrendered to him, giving
But
them
they
his...
tied him up if he was one of them.
I don't think he was one of them. He surrendered to them. Basically took him with him. He's too old to be much use, you know? But who knows what the Stygian wants with him.
Do we
Anyway.
recognise
How long
him
has
at all?
he been there?
How many of the Stygians are there on this boat?
Oh, there's only one. There were 7.
You're only traveling with one.
Let us go and we can deal with him.
If it were just a question of throwing him overboard, we could have done it, but
Then why don't you do it?
no. The captain says
Yeah, but isn't like the whole
he's paid
feel of
first.
piracy that you kind of have a democracy of some sorts,
No,
where you get to vote for what to do?
our captain would not agree with that.
Yeah, that's the entire point of it. Sounds
Right.
to me like you're just a regular sailor.
So now
Doesn't
tell me
make sense to be
tell me
pirate.
something more. I've told you not. No. Pay back the favor here. Come on.
I just told you where we are going.
Yeah,
Nice
but
story about it.
why? Why are you going there if you say there is no treasure
I
there?
don't know. I was struck, and
There
then
could be treasure there we haven't found. You know? You sack an island, there's bound to be something left.
I'm gonna ask if he believes in ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts?
Goats?
Ghosts.
Ghosts. I've heard stories, yes.
Oh, we're going. We
Ghosts.
might face them there.
Ghosts and spectres. No, I'd rather not face them.
And undead.
Well, then you should
Just
convince
like
your captain to turn around.
As if he would listen to me.
Well, more importantly, we have Moataz here, who's a powerful sorcerer who can protect us from those goats.
Goats.
So your captain needs us more than we need him.
Deception check.
He looks at Mortas. He's a sorcerer. Do me deception or similar, whatever it is. Manipulation, I can't remember.
You got to do that little.
Go ahead, Chris. I don't know what the deception is for here. It'd be in a
If it's
personality.
persuade,
Persuade.
Persuade.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use
there is no.
That looks like a decent enough roll.
he looks
Go
like
ahead, Chris. You're not rolling?
Oh, sorry, me. Do you need me to roll? So sorry.
Yeah, you were the one persuading.
yeah, you're
Yeah, I
doing
was,
that.
I was hoping the Moataz would jump in there and actually sort of say something.
Or just look like
Knowing
a
how
sorcerer.
bad I am at persuading.
Go on.
Let's do some sorcerer
Oh.
and
Oh.
Complication. So the complication is he sort of believes you, but he's now so afraid that he actually gives Mortas a good kick on the way
Yeah.
out and then scarpers and he runs away.
how much damage should I take?
How much
Say one.
damage? Let's
I
say
think I persuaded him.
Roll a d6.
On that note, did we get rid
I don't
of
know
the
what-
fatigue because it doesn't carry over? Like, we have 2 different stats for each world?
Oh yeah, the fatigue
Because
and
we got the
stuff.
fatigue in the dream world.
Yes.
So
yes.
does that carry over?
That is the fatigue carries over. I want the fatigue
Okay.
to carry
Okay.
over, but damage wouldn't.
Damage won't. We weren't damaged in the other world. I think
No,
we were
but
damaged when we
you
got
remember
the boat.
you had drunk the
Fatigue
water.
lowers it down.
You had drunk the water, which actually should still also carry over. But
Okay,
let's leave it
yeah,
at the fatigue as it is. Right, I wanted to roll just the damage of the kick. Probably is not going to be much. So that is the 6 is 2 effects and 1 damage, isn't it?
Mhm.
So
No, 1 effect, 1 damage.
1-1.
One effect.
Yeah. 3
Yeah.
and 4 are.
Yeah,
is
1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3, 4 is nothing, 5, 6 is 1 damage. You just take 1 damage. So, and he storms off. And I don't think he's going to be back with any nice food.
Scam.
Shuffle over to this shaman then and see if he's breathing.
He is breathing.
Hey, old man, are you alive?
You sort of grunt from this. Piled up man. He looks really, really old. Garment of simple cotton cloth wrapped around him.
Why are you here then?
He's just grunting because you basically shook him in his sleep or something. He's basically unconscious. You might have to do a healing test to bring him around.
All right.
Also, you have the healing touch.
So it says this should be a difficulty 3 healing because you're in really, really difficult circumstances. It's dark. You don't have your stuff on you. You're still chained up.
All right. I use my healer's kit.
You don't have your
No, you don't have stuff.
Oh, right. I don't have stuff.
I can assist.
That makes sense. Okay, in this case, I'll just use the momentum and let me quickly check something.
Nope.
Use medicine from a healer's bag.
Not bad at healing.
All right, yeah.
Have it.
I'll use the momentum. Didn't.
You should do that automatically now. If you add extra dice, it should automatic momentum. 2 successes?
Yeah. No, I can re-roll one of them.
Yeah, do that. You really need 3.
Yeah.
There we go.
3 of them.
So, with a bit of water and a bit of shaking and a little bit of propping him up, you actually bring him around a little. He sort of snuffles a little, looks at you with bleary eyes, and speaks in Kushite. Does anybody speak Kushite?
Mortas, there you go.
Yeah.
Let me see. No.
You have this gift of just picking up languages, don't you?
Not that quickly, but
I don't have fortune point. I ran out.
You want to do that?
Can't do anything.
Okay. Then I would just say that he speaks in Shemitish. You speak Shemitish.
Yes.
A bit broken, but he still says, thank you. I'm Mavangale of Makonde.
How long have you been here?
A long time. You've been asleep a long time. I've been looking for you.
For us? Why?
I need to give you something. Believe it or not, I have something that...
Everyone's looking for us at the moment.
Convenient.
How do you know us?
I have visions.
I kind of look over to Durso, kind of give him that look that he might be crazy.
We bumped into that woman, didn't we? That old lady who had visions as well.
You remember her? Good. It was me speaking through her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You must have some powers then.
I have some powers. I can sometimes see the future, and I can watch people communicate with them. The reason I'm here is I must give you an ancient staff that might help you. Oh.
Why did you surrender?
Hard to do, chained up as we are.
Oh, yeah, well, Semaket has got my staff, but I'm sure you'll get it from one way or another.
But didn't what was his name? The other guy that just was here say you went on this boat willingly?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. I knew I needed to be on this meet you, so I flagged them down and let myself be kept.
Why not meet us on the way here?
I knew that you would end up on this boat. I didn't have to travel all the way up north.
Well,
met up without us getting prisoners on a ship.
You could have stopped us from getting captured.
Yeah,
that would not have changed. I saw your destiny.
Seems to me your, gift of sight is not utilized to its full extent here.
Why not?
Yeah.
I knew you would be.
I just,
I
you
mean,
know,
you communicated through the woman. You could have told us to meet you somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, don't go on the boat.
But then you would never have met me.
Well, we could have met somewhere else. Not in these situations that we're in right now.
This is
we
perfect.
could have
Don't you
just
worry.
met over tea and cookies.
Exactly. Somewhere
Would still
peaceful,
be
a
at
long
your
way
home.
from here.
Anyway, we are here. How do we get out?
Oh,
And tell us about these dreams you've had. What are these dreams?
an opportunity will present. I know that you are fighting dead, undead, soul sorcerer, and you will need this.
All right. Then I guess we just
Oops.
wait for this opportunity.
Yeah, you see. He's grinning a little bit maniacally. Not quite sure how sane this guy is. You see the picture, right?
Yeah.
Tell us more about these dreams then. What have you dreamed? You've seen us, fight a mighty sorcerer wielding this staff you're going to give us.
Hang on. Well, I know that you've been caught up in a curse where a mortal sorcerer is trying to get rid of another, much more powerful sorcerer from this gem. Do you know that the soul in the stone is immortal? Cannot be destroyed while it's in the
Yeah, we do.
good, but can be. It can be destroyed when it's in the mortal world.
We know that too.
Staff. That is somewhere on the ship. That will be a powerful weapon. It's been carved from the woods of the very first tree that grew on Earth. Sothas hears it.
Then why is he keeping it on the ship instead of just throwing it overboard?
Oh, Sothas is not on the ship.
Yeah, but I assume that, his Stygian follower, like the prince, what was his name, knows about it?
Semeke. Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't.
Okay, yeah? Was
I
his name
don't think he knows what this is. No, he just saw my staff. Separated an old
Fortunate.
man from his staff. Who would do that?
Just
You got it.
yeah. Nothing bad ever happened from that.
So, the wielder of this staff, do they need to have some sort of ability to use this staff?
It can help, but key of the staff, power is inherent in it. If you fall asleep in this world while you hold the staff, it will accompany you.
Anything else like that? Or just
It
that?
appears everything else we have also accompanies us. Like
Although
in
it
Rimward,
changes
we
its
have
state.
all our stuff,
You don't have US stuff, you have equivalent
but
stuff.
we have the equivalent, so we're not lacking.
This is a very powerful magical artifact. And because it's inhabited by the power of life, of ancient life, it harm undead creatures and ghosts and bodied souls.
Is there any more of these
Any
type
more?
of weapons? Yeah. Besides this one.
This is the only one I have. But it will be enough.
Well, you know how to use it?
I have used it past, but I think this is a journey that is laid upon you. However, the staff will help you. It was my destiny. Bring it to you.
We just need to free ourselves from this cell to be able to get it, and then persuade this captain to actually take us.
Ha!
I mean,
Somewhere
besides
safe.
out of character,
The island.
Shira that's already unfreed herself.
Shira has freed herself. She's pretending not. Actually, you don't know. If you were asleep for 9 days, we might have checked your
Yeah,
chains.
Didn't we free ourselves like before the whole Rimward thing? I think one or
yeah,
two.
but
of
that was
us
kind
had
of
the
limited.
ship.
In,
Shira
She
had.
freed me. Yeah,
Yeah.
she freed Chris as well.
You woke up in chains again. 9 days. Somebody will have noticed.
Recheck their chains.
But don't be grieved. So, just in that moment, as you're pondering what this all, the door flies open, and some Kushite pirate, not the guy who was afraid of you, comes in, unlocks Mavangil's chains from the drags him away. They're quite gentle with him, actually. Dragging away is maybe wrong. He almost carries him away. Like there's some respect there. And you hear heavy booted steps coming down the stairwell outside. Rig at the cell, and into the room walks his hand upon a jeweled scimitar on his belt. In the other hand, he's got a little three-legged stool which he flings on the floor, all regally in front of you. Looks at you, says here, naked courier. Down his. Remember what he looks like?
Mm-hmm.
You want to only have the token image.
Oh yeah.
The guy with the nose.
Yeah.
And he's really smug and he's really confident the way he's just doing chains and scimitars. Quite a heavy weapon.
And he's in our cell alone.
Yeah, but there's another pirate outside the door. Actually, a couple of them are.
There, so could get his hands on that.
But he just sits there in front of you.
What do you want of us then?
Well, we meet again, and I have not yet told you my name. I am Semaket, former captain in the army of Stygia. Descendant of Mekri, one-time heir to the Stygian. Waits a moment. Settle. Yeah, impress you. Are you impressed?
I think we knew this anyway, didn't we?
Okay. He wants to gloat a little. Show you. Do not incur my wrath.
We're at your mercy.
Well, you're in luck because I'm a patient man, but in this time and few options. All of you, however, are less free than I am, and your survival depends entirely on your actions. The words. I would like to know more about you and how it come that we crossed our paths. Tell me everything about how you got embroiled with this scholar in Miss Antia, and this might go much better for all of you. Brought you to Baruch's door, and what has bound your fate to mine. I need to understand.
I guess I'll just spin a tale of us being very clueless mercenaries of some sort. Like, we started out at King Satabus' court, and then we were sent to Antaeus, and he hired us to carry the artifact somewhere, and on the way, the events transpired. Essentially, we know nothing. And are completely innocent.
But you were in his house in Miss Antia. He was not there.
Yeah, we were told to go there and, deliver it. And then he wasn't there, and we saw robbers and burglars and thought, okay, well, we kind of have to do something because the guards obviously went up to the task.
So, where did you take the eye next? Where did you take the eye next? How did you end up at Baruch's?
Well, essentially, we afterwards learned where Baruch is, and then we went there, and that's where you captured us.
But the eye was stolen from us for a while. So.
By someone employed by Baruch. But we were just couriers of this item and taken to Baruch to find out more.
Mere couriers?
Mere couriers.
You seem to be curious couriers if you wanted to know more about the item.
We got stabbed, poisoned, captured.
Why wouldn't you be interested?
I mean, this is not the usual courier mission here, obviously.
There's something else. This artifact. intertwined with your very souls. Wish to understand.
What do you mean?
Just touched it.
Like, we don't even have the artifact. And haven't for some time.
A little bit. Well, that will be because I've got it.
Yeah, we know that. But how is it entwined to us if you can just, take it from us?
There's an energy. I can feel it. I can sense it, but... And he looks at Mortas and says,
nothing.
The crew have told me you are powerful.
Oh, this was just a tale we made up. Like, Mortas is a scholar. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But he's a sorcerer.
I'm gonna get ready for being kicked again, just to make sure I can dodge it.
You're the knowledgeable one.
A scholar? He says, a scholar of what?
A scholar, general, mystical things, but not sorcery. I haven't focused on sorcery in a long time.
So it is this artifact that you're after. As a scholar?
I think it is simply because we
It'd be nice to learn a lot about it, but at the same time, I think another person that we knew, Baruch, knew much more about this item.
Well, not anymore.
Essentially, it boils down to this. We got hired by Antaeus to deliver an artifact. Then we found out our employer was killed. And then we thought, okay, well, Baruch will pay us, obviously. But he just sold us. So essentially, we have no idea why we're still here. And we just want to get paid and, get back on the mainland.
We are just victims, aren't we, throughout our whole
I mean,
journey.
we did our job, but the payment is outstanding.
My heart bleeds. Max.
Thank you for your understanding.
Can you enlighten me about this phantom that appeared in the study in Santia?
Well, that was scary, wasn't it? We just, turned and ran.
And your men were there as well.
Yes.
We saw exactly what we saw.
We saw it, but we don't know what it was, and where it came from, and why it appeared.
The same
Some
here.
other world.
We just know we can't harm it. Like our weapon passed straight through it.
Do not wish to encounter such a beast again, such a being. Right.
Here.
Now, if you want to use any of the social skills, you can be my guest. Maybe use some lore to try and connect some bits of information that about, or why he's asking. If you want, I'll invite.
Why do you seek all this information then?
I seek to understand the artifact and how it interacts with people. From what you tell me, you're pretty much just useless pawns in the whole thing, right?
Very much so, yes.
I'd much
hurtful.
I'd just be as happy to just get rid of you, but my ally in Stygia insists that he still has plans for you. But I wouldn't get my hopes up. I'm sure those plans do not need you to survive very long.
King to be leader. Why do you have to listen to some random guy in Stygia?
A king to be needs allies.
Fair.
So, those 9 days that we were sleeping, what happened there?
Wait,
It was that grog over there. We drunk that and it knocked us out.
He looks at
hold on. Out of character, he's touched the crystal, right?
Sorry? Again, JL?
Out of character, he's touched the crystal, right? Or the gem, the artifact?
You don't know
has it.
whether he touched it as such or whether he just basically lifted it like on the chain or something. You don't know. You haven't seen him touch the gem as such. But maybe it doesn't have the same effect on him.
Okay. Continue.
So, where were you? What happened to you? Were you in a spiritual journey?
You poisoned us, like...
I did not poison you. And I don't think this pirate slop here...
And the next thing, we wake up and it's like over a week later.
Well, just recap. You got some drink and some of this, whatever dust it was, blowing about, but that didn't come from him or his crew. And you had woken up in between, if you remember.
Yeah, but that's what I thought, that he, poisoned us, poisoned us again on the ship.
He claims not to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just kind of making something up. So it's a story of why we've been unconscious for 9 days.
Maybe you don't understand your role in this.
Maybe you
Anyway.
can enlighten us then. You clearly know a lot, and we know little. Tell us why we are so important, rather than us tell you how we are important.
Yeah.
Well,
On that note, we are looking for a new employer, so maybe we can help each other out here.
I don't know why my ally needs you. But he asked me to take you to the island where my ancestors sought refuge from persecution. Died. So that's what I'm doing.
Does your ally have a name?
None that you know or care to hear.
Try me.
Yeah. I'm not interested in sharing this bit. But yeah, we need to go to this island to reclaim my heritage. So, the Calypso, the ship here, is going to that very island.
How long until we get there?
Week.
Can you at least arrange for some decent food for us? We haven't eaten in 9 days.
I might be able to give you some food, yes. I wouldn't necessarily trust that people haven't spat into it now that they think you're a sorcerer. Because it's bad luck to have a sorcerer on board.
I mean, you brought a shaman on board as well, did you not?
Exactly.
He is not a sorcerer.
Exactly. That's the same thing.
And I separated him from his staff. He can't get up to any mischief now.
So a shaman needs a staff to do anything, does he?
So, anything
I can't
else?
help it, but this character is now Gandalf for me. Like, it's just...
And he shouts to one of the pirates and they bring in some food. It's not great, but it's better than opiate. So it looks like you can't really tell me much more. That is a pity.
I think you assume we know more than we do. We're just but couriers fallen upon this situation.
Well,
Have you touched the eye?
I have it, but I haven't
you
touched
touched
it. No, I'm not that careless.
I recommend not doing it, like we were specifically warned against it.
And did you touch it?
Well, obviously not.
Did you take your own advice?
It's not my advice, it was the Antaeus's. He specifically said to never ever touch it.
I see.
So we just kept it in its box until we, Baruch took it from us.
You hear some shouting from up.
Sounds like there's trouble up there.
Bumping of feet above your head. Some hollers, some shouts. The oars are being shipped and trying to row a little bit. And somebody sort of half stumbles down the stairwell and to Semaketes. Captain wants you on deck immediately. From the distance you hear shouts. To arms! We are pursued!
Can we be freed from these shackles in case we have to help on board?
Nice try. Goes out. Slam! The door slams shut behind.
Doesn't lock it.
Well, there's a guardian out. Don't worry about that. So, let me try this function. So, that should put in your chat a request for a skill roll. Observation.
Yeah, we did this last session, yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
complication.
Boy.
Right, look at that. A bit better. I'm just going to take 2. So, you hear from the distance sound of drums.
Drums from the deep.
Drums from the deep. Exactly. We just recently watched that. And you hear some pirates. It's the Black Corsairs!
Oh, Shiva, can you get us out of these again, like you did last time?
Actually, at that word, the guy who came down also brought Vangale back. And he actually just sits up and starts smiling. My king has come.
Your king, will he let us live if he captures his boat?
Or will he just sink the ship?
I don't think he will necessarily let many live. These are all pirates.
But you know the future, don't you?
The future will find a way. It always does. And you hear the rowing drums of the Calypso now coming and beating a drum, and you can hear the ship creaking to the oar pole, and there's noises for people preparing for combat there. It gets quite frantic. You can feel it. The ship is definitely gathering some speed. But a little later, as Shira is just fiddling about with the manacles, the door opens again, and you get this huge guy who comes. Eyes you up. What are you doing?
Oh, is this Garlavard? Oh no.
That's this guy. Look at this guy. That's something, isn't it?
Who's this guy?
He's
That almost going to track you down if you go overboard.
Nimaku. Best mate Nimaku. With a couple of other pirates by his side. Against the wishes of your host, my captain offers you a deal. Fight alongside and might live. You can join our crew after the battle if you do a brave job. Or maybe we will set you free when we see the mainland again. The Black Corsairs have sworn a blood oath to destroy the Calypso. All aboard it. Do not think that they will spare you if they get you. So, either that, or we use you and this old wizard as hostages. Then kill you on the air. So, what would it be?
Well,
I take option 1.
Yeah, I'll accept. Please, sir.
Yeah?
But what, you want us to fight barehanded? We need our weapons.
Well, he's got a canvas sack with him. And they pull out the chains from you. He looks you up and down and says, "Not dare betray us, I'll gut you."
Wow. Where are we going to go? We've only got an ocean before us.
Quite right. Quite right. And then you
Let us get
basically
ready.
you retrieve your kit. If you spotted them.
Does he leave us to equip our armor and stuff? Or?
He storms off again, but there's a couple of pirates to help you get dressed up. Like,
No.
Did he get the staff of the old man?
no, the stuff is not.
Okay.
Oh,
And they
I'm gonna
actually,
ask the
as they
man.
go out, they actually take the Mervangale with him again.
Ah,
With
shit.
him again.
Okay.
You can shout a question after him if you.
No, I was gonna ask if it would be better to trust other pirates or not. Not a shout right now.
You ask him if it's best. Say it again.
No, because he said that the other pirate group,
His king.
his king, yeah, was here to save him, but at the same time, yeah, we can't betray these pirates on the Black Calypso.
Yeah, well, he says his king has come. He hasn't said my king has come to rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just get a sort of smirk out of him as you ask him. So, a little later, you stumbled onto the upper deck, and I have a battle map for that. I made a game sometime.
I mean, the question is, which of the pirate crews do we fight? And can we get the Stygian prince and the pirate, like the Garl Arvald, in a crossfire of some sort?
Yeah.
That would be very convenient.
I think at the moment the other ship is probably aiming to kill everyone on board, so we probably want to get some of our crew killed by them, but kill some of their crew.
Holy shit.
It's loud, yeah.
Is it loud? What's loud? Is
That
it,
was
lower
my end.
down
Sorry for that.
ambient?
is it the background noise of the map? Sorry, if it's
Yeah.
still active,
No worries.
because I thought
Yeah,
I
The
had
real
turned it
question
off.
is,
It's the map, isn't it? Yeah, so,
The Kriya's
I
Mortar
just have to
says,
put my ambient noise down all the way.
yeah, sorry, that's came across when I copied that, but I couldn't actually switch.
I mean,
Bigger ambience. Oh, should be off.
I had mine
That
up,
sounds a
like,
bit loud.
80%, yeah.
yeah, my volume was up quite high. It was
Okay. Put it right.
fine now.
Good. Apologies, that blew your ears out. Is that the stormy sort of thing?
Yeah.
Did it sound like a
It's a
storm?
heavy
Did it?
storm today.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's rain and rainfall.
Birds, rain, everything.
I thought I had taken that. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing us playing on mine. It's baked into the map. So, you're basically there. It's a ship. Ignore the cannons. You don't have cannons, okay? Before anybody says, I'm going to take the cannon and point it at the captain. You can't do that. So,
Do you need to turn off token vision so we can see the whole scene?
yeah, I'll do that. The scene now.
Because we're on top of the ship.
Better?
Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, much better.
You're in the lower deck there, but yeah, okay. So, where was I? And you see the captain pull up to you. You've met the captain before, haven't you?
Yeah.
And he says, swag us over. Pray to your gods, whoever they may be, that you avoid catching an arrow, and pray for our victory. This lot will kill all of you and us as they can. So, and then there is a big battle.
Keep a close eye on that small little rowboat in case we have to jump on it.
You look around. Some of you might go to railing and look over, yeah?
Mm.
And you see that basically there is another galley chasing you down with a black sail on it. Looks quite scary. It's actually getting closer and closer. And the Calypso is trying to sort of zigzag a little bit to position itself better into the wind and with a swell of the waves. But they are getting closer. So,
I will be
You
trying to
make
pick
a
off
shout
with
from here.
arrows.
Yeah.
sorry, say it again? You're trying to?
I'm going to try and pick off people with arrows. That's my aim.
Arrows. Okay.
Just volley some arrows over there.
Immortas, what are you doing?
I can't volley arrows, but I'm gonna just watch.
But you're a great sorcerer.
Not yet.
It's heavy. Fireball.
You can stand there and wiggle your finger.
Fireball.
Wrong game.
Wizard power.
Wrong game.
Maybe this would be a great opportunity for your alchemist's fire.
Mm. Oh,
Oh yeah, I do have it now.
just
but I
don't
crafted
slip
it.
over
They-
and drop
they
it on
have
this
some
boat.
sort of catapult on deck.
Once they get closer, I can't throw it super far like an arrow.
You see
Oh,
that
but I could attach it to an arrow if you can make something small enough as a small pouch, and when it hits, it maybe catches light.
would be very
We just-
difficult.
Flame-
We just need to set the sails ablaze.
Your own
Yeah.
ones.
No,
could be quite tricky to actually get anything like with an arrow. But okay. As you come up, you see that Mvangre is tied to the main mast.
Okay.
And the captain is now dressed in a scaled corselet. A black-cloaked woman stands by his side. It's quite witchy. The Semaket is there, all girded, armored for battle, his eyes glinting with fury as he looks at you. Clearly, he's not very pleased that you've been. But that's maybe a fight for not. So, and then things go quiet. Fog boils up. You see this woman basically singing on the back deck, and she's singing something. As she's doing that, let me show you a little bit as well. This fog swells up and the rain... Oh, the rain is still there. The wind drops.
She has summoned the shadows of a sorcerer.
Thank you. Like the looks of that. And yeah, and this is like almost bluish fog. And the wind has dropped so much there's basically hardly any of it left. And many of the pirates are muttering, pointing at her. And this is really creepy. Is she a weather witch or something like that?
And she is with the Stygian prince.
She is actually with a captain, pirate captain.
With the captain, okay.
Yeah, but Semaket, the Stygian prince, turns around and asks her in Elishtim. Hang on, maybe I'm using this. No, pretty sure. I think the book is wrong here. It is not Semaket, captain. But he says to her, "This fog, is it a sending of yours?" "Nothing of mine. I sense a prince. Something I can counter, though, I think." Shifts a sideways glance at Mivangeli. That one knows. And Mivangeli just smiles. And Salayene goes down below deck. And all of a sudden it's quiet. Hardly hear anything. Like this fog is soaking up sounds all around. You can't really even hear the oars of the other ship, the creaking, all that is just silence. You can't hear the drums.
Can we get any sense of how close a ship could be?
Last time you saw it, it was maybe. It wasn't far. Sorry, I don't.
Can I light a flaming arrow and shoot it into the fog?
Do that and shoot it where the boat last was.
Maybe think. Does it look like it was coming alongside left or right? Because what side it looked like it may have come. I'll angle out that way a bit more.
Maybe slightly to your starboard. But okay. You were zigzagging, so it's quite hard.
Starboard's right, isn't it?
Left.
Yeah.
Well, starboard, Steuerbord is rechts. Backbord.
Yeah.
Steuerbord is links.
The same number left.
If you're rowing, then yes, because you're going backwards. Steuerbord is rechts. So, sorry, it's German. Yes, so you send this flaming arrow into the sky, see it for a while, swallowed by the...
They're coming from somewhere.
Peering in. Till you hear from somewhere, what's the bow? You just hear a huge shout saying, "Down!"
Duck.
Drop. Stop, drop, and roll.
And you hear a whistle, like hundreds of arrows flying across through the fog, basically coming out of the fog to all through, basically peppered with it. And if you have a shield, and do an average parry test.
I don't have a shield. Can I
don't
just
have a
use
shield?
Or you can do
the
dodge.
side?
I do, actually.
Acrobatics.
You can do a dodge. Dodge is a move.
Average, so...
Average is just a D1. That looks pretty good. You even have more momentum from that.
Is dodge an acrobatics roll?
Yeah.
That's acrobatic.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in the wrong game again. I thought it moved, but it's...
I need to increase my acrobatics.
More does.
Oh, look at that.
That's good.
2 successes. I like that.
So you duck behind a railing or something, or behind a mast, and you're actually safe, but Moatas is a bit too slow to do that. Even though he bought an extra die, did you?
Yeah. With momentum.
So, that little bit. No, there is a macro. Or
CD.
yeah, that's what I did. Roll for CD, but there's unresolved string request for evaluation. Maybe I have to target some. No. Let's do it like this. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 damage and 2 effects. But
2 effects.
the effects, what does an arrow have? You know this, please.
It may have volley, which wouldn't do anything.
Won't give them ball. So that's normal.
Yeah.
4 damage. 4 damage.
It could have piercing if it's a good bow, but
Yeah.
he's got no armor.
Wait, no, this game doesn't have hit location, or does it?
Yeah.
It does have hit locations, but now I need to roll it.
Mhm.
Now I need to get a pirate with a bow out. This is
Just roll a d20.
Yeah, have you got the table in front of you?
Well, I know
I
once to
can
his head.
look it up. Wait a minute.
I'm sure it's built into the game, and I'm sure Muttley's going to say...
Is he on the player screen?
Yeah, it will be on the one.
Yeah, I have it in front of me. Roll it.
18.
18 is left leg.
Oh, you're
All right.
cowering down. You're trying to actually say, this is not going
I
to
take
hit
an arrow
me.
to the knee.
And actually comes chunk right into your knee.
To the port side leg, so to say.
That is actually something that happened to me in real life.
Oh,
Arrow to the knee.
And
My
then you
brother
stop adventuring.
Shot an arrow just straight into the air somewhere and said, watch out! So I curved down like this and it came out right into my knee. But it was only like that long. It hurt for a while, but it didn't do it. Really nasty. I managed my armor roll. That's why. So good, or not good, depending. So you are definitely hurting a little bit there. Right, and in that moment, you can hear the drum starting up again, and startlingly close. Suddenly, out of the fog, it looms with a chorus of fierce howls. The blockcaster galley just comes out of its fog and races towards the Calypso. And it's on a prow, got a slender sea serpent on it, and the top, and the rest is really crusted and thick bronze to make it a bit stable, but lots of scars on it. It has done this before. As it rams into the side of the... Hear this crunching and splintering of wood, and you're being tossed about, lying on the floor somewhere as this comes in. And some of the black corsairs shouting across, shoot again. Some of them have leaf-bladed spears shaking them at you and starting to attack you. Bushites on board from your ship. They just look at it and says, "It's Bahari! King Odakar's galley!" And you see this guy standing on the prow of, clad in leopard skin loincloth, directing the vessel forward with a huge long-bladed talvar. That's big blade, shouting at people. And you can hear from the shouts of acclaim that they call him King Odakar.
Okay. Start shooting.
You're currently bowled about. But yeah,
Okay.
You shoot just anywhere?
I'm trying to take out anyone who's trying to jump on the ship.
So
I'm
this
wondering
is
whether to go to the captain or not.
this is the question. We can either now do a little bit of skirmishing, but it will be a bit of skirmishing. Or we can do this now.
Be nice to have a little bit of a skirmish. It's Conan. It's a combat game.
Yeah, okay. We could try this,
Yeah.
but
You know, Durzo wants to destroy half of the crew. And has the opportunity.
it does say how many rounds of combat happen before something else happens. So let's
Okay.
do this.
That
So
sounds good.
Let's head off.
I'm going to just say Shira is out of action for this because I don't want to NPC hurt somebody. So we will have a few pirates here and there. I don't actually have a token for guy. All these come off. Put off. I'm assuming
Is
you're
there-
only looking to attack the foes, not your allies, right?
Yes.
If there's
Yeah.
anything else like that, please tell me.
I mean, It kind of depends on how the fight develops, but I think trying to get either the Stygian or the pirate captain, our pirate captain, could help us in the long run.
Possibly.
If we could maybe take over this pirate crew.
If we get them killed in the mutiny.
I didn't.
But
put the
essentially, I
red
think
token
we should aim to kill their leader first.
Take out their captain, yeah?
Yeah.
So maybe we should
these
like
tokens
sneak
don't work properly.
to not get noticed by these. Can we sneak?
The thing is, though, if we try to take out their captain and they win, he may not like the fact that we tried to kill him, and then we end up getting chucked over shit overboard.
Tactics.
Yeah.
We want to be careful about that one. I was tempted just to shoot the captain, but yeah.
Yeah, but that's the consequence with,
Yeah.
all the leaders we try to take out here.
Maybe we should just see a couple of rounds, see how the
Whoa.
combat starts
Nice.
flowing, see who's got the upper hand.
I said starboard, didn't I? All right. So let's do some of them. As I said, Shira, I'm just going to just keep her out of friendly fire's way. Your complications.
So,
So
which of the pirates are our pirates?
the pirates off to the side, the ones that just have the phoenix symbol, they are your pirate. Those here, the Kushite pirates.
And those.
Actually, no, I called them Kushite, but basically they are from the Black Coast, so they are your. And over there, there's another group. Yes, I'm just going to do some quick zoning. So that's a lower deck, so that's a different zone.
Yeah, I need to get range on my side.
It's going to be a bit rough. Order.
Gonna use the cannon now.
I would like to fire the cannon.
Yeah. Knew somebody was.
It's right here.
I just turn it around and
Yeah.
point it downwards and sink the ship. So, yeah, you know how this works. I'm just going to put you 3 mobs. Actually, I need somebody who's a strong guy, right?
So their captain didn't even come on board.
No, he's standing on his ship, on the prow of his ship,
Oh.
and is ordering people about, shouting people.
Lame.
So
Where is it? Is this ship like over here?
it's off to the south on the map, if you.
Oh, south of the map. Okay, down there.
So
Okay.
How many of our guys are there, and how many of theirs?
there are 3 mobs in your fight. I'm basically facing you off to the guys to the south, but each of the tokens stands for 4 people.
No, I mean in generally speaking, forces.
In total, you reckon, yeah, it's the same for you. So you've got about 12 pirates plus the 3 head honchos on your side,
Mm-hmm.
Plus possible reinforcements.
plus possible reinforcements. So there's a big guy coming across, but he's not the captain. And 3 mobs.
Okay. And the other 3 mobs next to us, are they our crew?
You can attack them. So, sorry, the ones that look like the phoenix. Yeah,
Oh, these ones here. These ones here.
they are opponents. They're
Okay.
baddies. They're baddies.
So we've got 3 groups of 12 then, basically.
But I just need to make
3
it a
groups
bit
of 12
clearer.
then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, yeah, that's more lucky. Yeah, okay.
Just to make that a bit clearer, they also came from.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
So-
Yeah.
Good. Let's start. So I'm going to actually try the initiative this time around. Not that it actually rolls initiative, but it keeps track of who turn it is and who hasn't gone yet.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to try.
Combo tracker, yeah.
So, anybody who wants to go first?
Let me have a shot, yeah.
Yes.
They're going to come rushing round, aren't they? Round the front of the ship, so we just need to take up a defensive position. So I'm going to try and shoot the one at the front there, yeah? The group here, yeah?
Yeah, you can target people.
Oh, no, I'll go for the big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah, I'll go for
It still says first mate. I need.
Yeah,
but yeah, he's the big evil.
because he's a leader type. So, okay, what have I done with my character sheet? There it is. Okay, right. So I've got to remind myself how to play this game. Okay, so attack.
Have you targeted him? That helps. Hover over and press T. That targets him. Let's see whether I can make this work. I haven't done a fight since the system up.
Gotcha. Targeted him.
Yeah, good. I can see the little dot.
I'll use the momentum because I'm working the bases. I'll
You generate more anyway.
generate momentum. That's the theory.
So you're pinging an arrow at him.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Okay.
He doesn't have a shield or anything.
Okay, and that's generated 2 momentum, which I could get a second arrow, but let me roll damage first. Where's my weapon gone? Sorry about this.
Have the little blood drop next.
So don't you get 2 extra d20 per momentum spent?
No. That'd be stationary.
No, that's a very standard, like, fighting talent. I thought you had it, Krios.
2d20 extra for 1 momentum.
Yeah, like instead of 1 moment, like 1d20, you get 2. So
I don't think.
Like, at least it's the first talent in the melee tree. I thought it's the same for ranged.
No, accurate allows me to re-roll damage dice, and I can re-roll 2 damage dice because I've got good skills here. So let me just re-roll those.
That's a bit tough, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit better. So 6 physical damage. Now what should happen? Should be 8.
And it's piercing
Right-click.
3 as well. Yeah.
Apply damage. Let's see whether that does it. Now he has 3 armor. You have 3 effects. So it should negate the armor.
Yeah. So that should.
Bigger. Effects piercing. It does count it as left arm you hit. So there you go. 6 damage.
Okay. And
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's all coded in now.
So easy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
Awesome.
impressed. I'm impressed, Muttley, if you're watching this. Well done. So.
Mad props, man. Mad props.
Right, good. So you had to go.
I could use 2 momentum to have a second shot at an extra difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Extra action.
Let me bank the momentum. Why has it only put 1 momentum in the pool?
It hasn't banked it yet until your turn is over.
The bank, yeah.
Yeah, I've just clicked it and it's not letting me.
Yeah, because now it's like in your momentum pool. So you would have to spend it as basically.
Spend it first.
Oh, okay, how do I use it for my momentum? Oh, I see.
It's the same essentially. You click on the spend bank momentum, and then the window should pop open, and then you have the slider essentially that tells you how much to bank and how much to spend.
Yeah, I can see that now. Okay, so if I bank both of them, then I can use that. So I bank it, and then I do another attack.
You should be able to use it directly.
Yeah, you just spend it now since it's your turn.
Yeah, I see now. So if I click spend.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah,
you spend 2 momentum
spend it.
And bank 0 of the remaining. Yeah.
Roll another attack, it's fine.
So I do my second attack then.
With
it's
difficulty
a
1.
difficulty 2 though, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll still use that spare momentum that's in the whoops. There's 1 spare momentum there, isn't there? So I can use that, can't I, by picking an extra dice. There you go. That's done here.
Oh, look at that.
Very nice, very nice.
All success.
Okay, and then I will roll for damage. And I can do 2 re-rolls.
If he's still alive, I know what he's going to do.
There we go. So 3 piercing again.
Doesn't look too good. That's
another 7 damage.
And it's on the head.
And I will bank the rest of the momentum for whoever wants it next.
Yeah, cool. Really impressed that it does the ignoring 3 points of damage. So that makes
excellent.
You mean this guy's already pretty far down.
That's the plan. I'm sure there's more of them coming on board.
Right, next. Who wants to go next? Guys, you've done.
JR?
What do you? All right, I'm gonna. Are these guys friendly? The people who or left, right? These phoenixes?
Those are the phoenixes are friendly. Yeah.
All right.
Reasonable.
I'm gonna get by to them, tell them to get into a formation and ready for the attack. Maybe persuade or warfare. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, do warfare. Warfare is perfect for that, I think. Of course, they've got their boss there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Success.
A couple of them move around, stand in front of you. Target.
The good thing is you're holding that side to stop people coming around the back.
Yeah.
So we just got to hold
actually-
one front.
Gonna go straight to the there.
Mm.
Block it off. Yeah, good. So you're the football coach. Arranging the defense.
I'm wounded. My knee is wounded.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Actually, you're limping a little bit. Okay, Dezo, do you want to go?
Do
you want to wait?
I will essentially just position myself here
Mm-hmm.
in an effort to more or less block the path to Krios so he can shoot freely. And then
Take a
I
ready action.
guess, is ready action a thing in this game?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know actually.
It is. If you set a condition, so let's say someone gets close to you,
Yeah, Overwatch. Is it in Conan though?
you can attack. Yeah, ready.
But also,
Combat
if you
declared
move a little
time.
bit further, you can attack the first mob, and you're still kind of blocking that path a bit, aren't you?
Yeah,
Hold
you,
on.
you
Yeah,
have to
I
be in
mean-
the same zone.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
Because they're on the edge of the
that's
zone.
the thing about zones. You can stand right next to somebody, but be closer to one on the opposite side of the room.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
But yeah,
Yes,
let me-
abstraction.
yes.
Don't be so pernickety. No.
I'm not. I'm not
Ready. All right,
complaining.
let me just. I think
Um,
ready action is a thing. I think in all 2D20 systems.
Well, yes, okay.
So attack, brace, steady.
I'll make sure.
I only have Djachroum.
Ready, holding another action to perform later.
Yeah. So
All right, yeah, I'll hold an standard attack for the
The
first
condition,
guy
so pretty
I'm
much
lucky enough to, add my way.
get close.
found it. It was here somewhere. Can I hide? You can't see me. Yes. Okay. What's the action you're holding? If they come close, you want to attack them.
Standard attack.
Standard attack, yeah.
Right. So that's your done, and that's Mortar's done.
Sure, go.
So let's go for pirate mob number 1. Now they're actually, and this is not too far, they can jump down there. They're trying to get across to you. And they climb up there. So they're in your zone, but they can't attack you. Moved through a whole zone.
I was hoping that was a blocker.
It's difficult, but they're nimble. Yeah, they're pirates. So
Damn.
I think this mob is going to you, and that means you have your attack because you held your action.
All right. So I click him with T for target.
Yeah, and then you get a little dot. That's right.
So attack. Yeah, why not? I'll spend a momentum.
Please tell me that you're not gonna get rid of my whole mob and go
How many are
mean,
there?
I try
Is it like
to.
3, 4?
for them.
4 of them? No.
For them.
So
You're trying. You're
so-
definitely trying.
easy peasy, 5 successes there.
Easy.
Damage.
He makes me try everything.
Spend bank.
That's
Pay.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good actually.
rerolls. Yeah.
re-rolling those.
No effects, surprisingly, so no intense.
Yeah.
Now we
Oh,
have
never mind.
effects. 10
Yeah, but-
damage, intense and vicious. So what we then do, as we
Do
apply,
they have armor?
12 damage.
I think, got armor. Yeah, they're a little bit. They have 1 armor. Let's see
Okay,
how this
Well,
works
12
now.
damage.
Now I should apply
Vicious.
damage and should do it automatically.
Mhm.
So
She should kill 2 of them instantly. shouldn't it?
deaths
So,
2. There you go.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
with
That works.
but it's 12 damage with vicious 1.
No, I think it accounts for that. I had 2 points
Yeah,
of damage.
there's still 2 wounds that have carried over, yeah?
Yeah, but
Have I read that? Yeah.
yes, 6. Like it's 10 damage as rolled. without the effects, and the effects add another 2 damage. And those are missing. Like
Yeah.
requested damage, vigor 12, but down it says vigor 10. Oh,
Remember armor. Armor's removed 1 point of damage.
because it's like I killed 2, so the armor is removed twice.
Yes.
Yeah. Each one's one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. We're testing the system. We're testing our knowledge of the rules at the same time.
Yeah, but
Good. And I have to say, you can't see this now, but on the mob screen, it has taken 2 of them down. The other 2 are still going. So it's exactly like it is. Remember how we struggled with this problem? But I did.
But
So,
I guess I can't spend the momentum generated now for
an extra action. I don't know.
Because of the ready action, yeah?
You held the ready action
Yeah.
and then spent another. So the other guys are furious that you pulled their mate. Gonna give it a go and see whether they can attack you.
I'll parry that one.
You probably will. But humor me for a
And then
moment.
take the
You've
reverse
got 8
action.
swords hitting you at the moment.
No,
Ting, 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 ting,
I'm
ting.
not that good at parrying.
boarding action.
You're good at riposting, though.
That I am.
I think the riposte, you do have to feed him with Doom, though, regardless. I don't
Yeah.
think the parry works on that.
No, normally you would have to pay a doom for the parry and a doom for the riposte.
Yeah, you just
No,
But
but you
it's
get the parry free, but I think the
Exactly,
riposte
yeah.
still counts.
Oh.
Ooh, cool.
I bought a
Wow.
couple of dice with Doom, of course. But not so many, a few. Only a couple.
Oh, but also mobs roll a lot
7
more
dice.
2d20s.
That's your best roll ever,
4
thank
dice.
guys.
Yeah, it's 4 guys.
6 successes. You ready
Yeah.
to spend that momentum?
Doesn't every additional mob just add 1 d20?
Yeah,
but
so
you
there's
just do Doom
4.
as well.
1 per
Doom.
each, and then I had the extra momentum, the extra, Doom I spent.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, you
well,
are
well.
carrying 4 people, right? So it's difficult.
It'd be 6 then. Right.
And what's the reach?
Their reach is
Cutlass.
2.
All right, my reach in this case is 3.
So we take one of the successes away.
I'll just go for it.
1 success less.
Complication!
That's
And
on me.
successes.
Yeah, you managed to actually defend the whole thing.
Yeah.
Annoyingly. But I would say
Close
that,
one though.
that they what are they going to do?
Scatter the shield.
Can't use your shield. But one of the cutlasses has buried itself in the shield and now so entangled that you can't use it until
All right.
the rest until the fight is over. That's your
But
complication.
anyway, it's riposte time.
Yes. Okay. Go on.
So you get the doom.
You?
I'll just make a standard attack.
Parrying it.
And they don't parry you.
Oh yeah, they can't parry.
I
Nice.
don't think you can parry
No,
that
no,
one.
not these little guys. Anyway. They wouldn't. So that means only 3 damage.
No. The reroll is
Only
happening.
4 damage.
Not much better.
No, 4, 5, 6. Because of vicious, but that'll come into
Let me
play.
make sure I get
Oh,
the
yeah,
right
it doesn't. Intense doesn't count, does it?
I have a
Here
talent
doesn't
that
belong
you
to you,
reroll
right?
combat dice, and then you have a momentum spent to reroll combat dice. Do they stack?
I think they do.
In this-
But I'm not
I'm
sure
not
it
very
allows you
exact
to
the same
re-roll them
dice.
again. That's the problem.
So you,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. In this
So-
case,
I just apply it. So-
but I will just real quick. I will spend 1 momentum to add vicious 1, so it's 6 damage. Also, like the effects trigger twice, essentially.
So that basically next person. So but one of them is dead.
So 8 damage in total.
Okay, so 4 goes to the first one, and 4 goes to the second one. But he has armor. Did you have vicious? Yes, you have. But not penetrate. Vicious is just
Not piercing.
So vicious is
piercing.
just extra damage, yeah.
So they had 1 arm. For that. Okay. Gosh, both of the mobs are still standing. Who would have thought it? Now, the big guy is actually quite severely injured. So he's walking up behind here, commanding his people and giving them a bonus on.
Okay.
So that should bring us to the next round.
Okay. Can I still see him, the
You
leader?
can still see him, and he's one. Actually, depending how you count, he's only one zone away now, not 2 zones. So it's not the optimal range for you.
No, I'm okay with 1 zone because I've got the talent that allows me to not be.
Wait, these aren't attacking? Not yet.
Oh, they are fighting off to the side. I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really want to roll lots of NPCs against NPCs. Now, if you want to tackle somebody, by all means do. Oh, San Michael was supposed to.
No. Okay.
So I think what I want to do, Frank, is if I shoot the big guy,
Yeah.
I can then move 1 zone as a free action.
Okay.
And then use the momentum to get a second shot at the mob.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah, you could also move first and then do 2 attacks from the other zone, but you don't want to do that, do you?
I want to take the leader out. That's the thing,
Yeah,
because I think it's quite important. So things though, I'm going to get hammered by these pirates if I will do. Anyway, let's give it a go. I'm not injured. So let me have a first shot. Oh, yeah, I've already targeted him, so I'm not going to use any momentum on my first shot.
Still good enough, isn't it?
Yep.
Good. He does have a bit more
damage-
armor, but
Damage for that
won't help
is
him.
as follows. And let me re-roll up to 2
Oh,
dice.
look at that.
3. Oh, yes. Re-roll. There we go.
That's how you do it.
Oh dear. How many effects is that? 5?
5.
Right.
So
I just apply the damage and then.
I mean, you could also use the volley thing, right?
I don't think you need. But,
yeah, I'm not sure about quantities of arrows you've got.
You would then spend a load. Okay. But you don't need to because that was plenty. That was plenty. So, with an arrow deep in his chest, he sort of stumbles around, sinks down, and instead of cheering on the guys in front of him, they are now quite distraught, just made behind being flawed.
Yeah.
Big
And then I'll
pirate
do
guys.
my free move, so I'll move my character over there.
Yeah.
And then I'll turn around and shoot that mob that's coming at me, yeah? So let me target him.
Yeah, that is now within the same zone, right?
No, I move out of the zone to then shoot
he's
them.
targeting this one here.
Oh,
That one. Yeah,
Sorry.
that one there, because
He's
they're going to
hidden-
come after me.
he's hidden behind my combat tracker. Couldn't see him there. He was disguised, stealthy.
So let me just have a shot, and this is a higher difficulty now
Yes.
because
Second
it's a
action.
second attack.
You're dancing
Okay.
across the deck, almost like Legolas.
But I'm going to use a couple of momentum because there's loads spare there.
You're hitting the limit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good.
There we
Good
go.
success.
3 successes. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can.
They're minions, so they don't.
Let me see if I can take one down.
You are rolling well.
Oh, I am today, yeah. Even though it'd be nice to roll a few more 2s.
Yes, fair enough. Yes, one of them sinks down. Piercing,
I'll bank
not
that one
5
there.
points of damage.
Yeah, there we go. Done. I think.
Done. Pierce is done. Who's next? Mortaz or Dozo?
I can go, but
Let me
Mortaz
grab-
can actually attack the same mob as well from behind.
Oh, yeah, go on, Mortaz.
also you're muted if you're trying to say something.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, no, go ahead.
All right.
Attack pursuit.
Which one of them, like this one here, has 3 guys left, and this one here 2?
That one has to.
Okay, then I'll stay with this one here.
The bar next. Working properly is supposed to be the mob and number indicator. Oh, again, look at that. One.
6 successes.
Such a
Damage
beast.
roll is garbage today.
It's such a beast.
Yeah. All right.
Right. Anything
No,
special?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I spent 2 momentum for the second attack.
Okay. I apply the first lock.
Yeah, but on the other mob this time.
Yeah, okay. That's one harder. Difficult.
Yeah.
Please tell me there's not a talent to penalty removed. And another one!
I don't think it is.
All right.
After all the 20s last time.
Who needs a momentum?
We
We've
got them out?
We got 6.
Oh dear. Oh.
Reroll. Yeah. I guess that's enough for the 2 of them, isn't it?
I think so. Let's find out. That would be 9 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
That's 2. Yeah. All right. But it doesn't mark it as down.
No, I think I actually applied it to the wrong person. Let me just mark him down. You said the other person, right? There were 3 there.
No. Like
3 and 2.
this one, I targeted first. Like
Oh, I had it exactly the other way around.
Attack was for the other mob.
I had it exactly the other way around. So you wanted this one to be completely gone.
Yeah. Like this
And
one here.
that one will then have one more again. One of them comes back to life.
And can I spend some of the momentum I generated to get my shield combat ready again?
I would say that's an extra section, an extra
Fair
action,
enough.
and you already have one used. You can spend 2 extra, right? For third
Yeah,
you
action?
got 2
momentum, like I just meant it outside of the
Yeah.
normal action economy, just
You can.
momentum
Now
spend
this,
for.
as I said, there's a certain number of combat rounds that are supposed to happen or something.
Yeah.
I'm on this.
Fair enough.
So, you have already slaughtered quite a few pirates. More at us. What's your plan? You're still muted.
You again, Moses.
Yeah, I keep muting myself. There's noise in the background. I just hope.
Happens.
But I'm gonna shout that their captain is dead. And that their numbers lessen, and hopefully that would be a D2. Nope. Doesn't affect anyone.
Aww. That's a pity. That was a good idea. Give up! Can't win. The Durs is done, Mortis is done. Big pirate guy is dead. That leaves 2 mobs. This mob here. And they will be... What will they be doing? Will they be running at wheels? Ping them? Or at Mortis who shouted at them? Ineffective. So, try and get a hit in.
This is where I have no skills. I need to think about a couple of combat skills.
No skills, you say?
The crow's nest and just pocket them from above.
Put him.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Oh.
Whoa.
Let's see. Oh, look at the bad roll. Only 3 successes.
Parry it.
So what can I do? Can I try
You can
to?
parry.
You can get me Doom and
I
to
have to give
parry.
you Doom to parry.
Yep.
Yeah, because I don't have.
Not defensive or whatever.
Okay, so let me just get to my. Let me do a parry. Skill parry. I'm not very good at this. But we have loads of momentum.
Yeah, plenty.
Make the most of it.
Spend it. Blow it.
Okay, here we go.
I should have this.
And I'll increase your Doom by 1 to do it. Oh, look at that.
You entirely parry that. Yeah, you've got, was it 3? Oh, yeah.
5 successes.
Three pirates trying to stab you, and you're sort of parrying them all.
It's
Ooh,
just
my
too
bad.
nimble.
Cat-like. As I said, like Legolas. Just need to surf down on a shield or something. Well done. Yeah, you avoided that one, and that leaves the other little mob. But they will now have a malus drawback because the big guy is behind. Right now. So, instead, targeting Durzo with Courage of Desperation, der Mut der Verzweiflung.
Let me say, is there 1 or 2?
There's 1 left. 2 left?
One and 1 injured one.
Yeah, 1 and 1 injured.
because I think his armor just about protected him because you did 9 damage, I think, rather than 10.
So I'm going to make the difficulty one higher because their boss has died behind them and they only have 1 success.
All right.
Which is not enough because I made it difficulty 2, so it's not good enough. Because they demoralized, I just upped the difficulty.
So I don't even need to parry that.
You don't need to parry that.
All right, in this case.
If you can't parry, you can't read those.
It needs to have some sort of impact. Yeah, exactly. You repost. So where were we? So what
It was expensive though.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it was expensive. So what happens next? Oh, I forgot to read. You don't like box text. So you see from below, over by the mast, see the Sarayene, the witch sky. She beckons at the sky, her voice is uttering a chant, but you can't quite make out unless you're more or less. And it hurts your mind, and the fog that was there starts to churn and darken, and all of a sudden there's wind pelting both ships, a torrent of rain crashing down on you. Thunder booms, and there's a jagged flare of lightning which dances across the bow of the other ship, actually getting quite a few pirates standing there, sending them flying overboard. A cry of dismay emerges from everybody, not just their crew. And the galley's captain, big guy on the other ship, basically calls retreat. And the few people who are still there are trying to scarper and run away from you. You are also thrown around, or might be, by all the thundering and stuff and the lightning dancing across. You even get the center armor. Sort of blue light. Quite scary. And the pirates in the other galley, you can see how they're desperately trying to pushing with pulls, unentangle the ship, and the horsemen are rowing backwards as the King Odaka from the prow of his galley gives the shout to withdraw and sink in, and still hear a chant, Odaka Nioka Bahari, Odaka Nioka Bahari, the drums. But as they withdraw and fade the sound, you are left with a crashed and crumbled ship with a good number of dead people on the decks, friend and foe alike. When eventually the sound lost, the rain lessens, thunder continues to flash further away in the fog, and Sarayene, which seems guiding it, the wind pushing this galley away, keeping them thunderclap. You spot that Mvangale is sprawled in a pile on the deck, where he still was, and just sits there and chuckles to himself as the groans of the dying surround you all. Hear that chuckle, really incongruous. And the Captain Galavat is shouting for the crew to scramble, make repairs as quickly as possible, because the ship is definitely. Sarayene, after having woven their great magic, just collapses and gets picked up by the captain and carried behind it.
What about the Stygian?
The Stygian is also going under deck with. Actually, he carries her under deck. Let's do it that way. The captain needs to look at for the repair. So, you are now in the aftermath of the great battle, and you had some fun with the battle, I hope. But sadly, we got to try out the combat systems. Yeah. Automation. So, you're on a ship that has taken on a lot of damage. How good is your crafting?
Oh, I'm good at crafting. I'm a woodsman. I'm used to helping build, so I'll help muck in.
You help muck in. Everybody else?
I'll assist. Yeah.
Didn't somebody have saving or something?
I mean, I have, for whatever reason, a 10 in sailing, but no expertise, no focus.
Oh, that was almost the one. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Almost the one. You help as well, so you get going.
Oh, look at that for crafting.
That is.
Yeah, it's the one.
Are we just rolling for assists?
You can roll for an assist if you want to.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
So you actually become one of the key repair crew. going to this huge gash and splintered thing, and you're trying to over it and shore it up and hammer some extra planks onto it and all that. But mainly, a lot of people need to be shipping water. It's bailing out water. Bailing out. Bail out. And it is somber crew. A lot of the crew, probably half the crew of the ship, have died. Peppered by arrows. So the repairs take a while. It will take several days, and actually without going into harbor, it will always be limping. It will not be fully combat ready or anything. Many of the dead people are basically giving a burial at sea, sent down to Dagon and his consort Djachroum. Dead rowing slaves, other crew members, opponents are just thrown over the side without much with a prayer. Question is,
did we get a chance to speak to the captain about our position on the boat?
Just really quick, did the damage happen from the other one crashing into us or from the storm? The country one?
Mainly from the other boat crashing. It was the biggest. Right, you want to... Oh.
He seems a reasonable chap.
Also he has a doctor, I think, too, that I need to talk to. So
I think that picture came out really. Good journey. Typical captains. Eric Grin. So, you have fought bravely. Goes up and down. I've rarely seen such devil in a fight. Think about your crew.
Well, what's the pay and benefits in your crew?
Depends merchant vessels we get.
Well,
Tell you what.
Is it like an even fair split for each haul?
As much treasure as you can eat.
Exactly. Everybody gets a fair share.
Well, that sounds...
Mine is bigger.
Yeah, well...
And the first mate is biggest.
And I assume the quartermaster and the cook and the... Like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, sounds good.
But everybody else gets a fair share.
But some shares are fairer. Where do I sign?
No, don't really have a... You promise in front of the crew that you will be a member of it.
And obviously my compatriots here need to join me as well in joining you, if that makes sense.
If they will.
If they will, yeah, of course.
And now for questions. Where are we headed?
Where are we headed? That is a good question.
You must know.
Looks where Semaket had gone under deck. And, well, he has us sailing south beyond the Nameless Isles. Maybe we should talk about some more.
Because we were your prisoners at behest of his demands.
Yes.
We're now free men working for you.
Well, he might not like that. But you know what? Sod him.
What I wonder is, how much is he paying you to...
Paid us a good deal. Paid us a good deal of gold. And he promises us...
Hypothetically speaking, if we would happen to know where we're going, and the place is just a rather devious one, would you want... Yeah, like we heard like all sorts of rumors about, ghosts and undead and specters and like the worst of the worst.
Who have you been talking to?
Plenty of guys. Baruch mainly. The guy.
Yes, I remember. He had was plenty of loot in his villa.
Yeah.
Right. I think we should have that conversation. So, looking at... We could do this conversation. I reckon 15 minutes for normal. Or we can leave it for...
I don't want cheer like her.
Yeah,
This is not a
new
new act yet. Yeah, so it's fine either way. I think Shira will not be grieved as to life.
It's just wrapping up the scene.
Yeah, it's still.
Yeah, but what I mean is, until here it was very linear. There's not much we could do about it. But from now on, we have like options. Do we go to the island? Do we see if we can,
You
take
think
the
you
ship
have
over
options?
ourselves?
Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, we don't have options.
Yeah, we're going to the island whether you like it or not.
Sorry,
Ah, you have
Book says you
have
go
options.
here, you go here.
You have
habit
options how you get. Right. So, but you go on the deck with him. Let's just do a little bit of, and then I still leave the option. You go on the deck and serves you some actually really nice food. You haven't had anything like that for a while. Dates, bread, baked stuff, fruit, candied fruit, wine, rum if you want some. Yeah, so it's really quite like nice. He looks at you three at least. Hira's currently looking after some injured people maybe. And says, right, so, how about where we at?
We think a friend of ours is there.
A friend of you?
Which friend
She
of
was-
ours?
She was taken to her. She was carried off to this island, wasn't she? Or down this way. Remember,
How-
she was taken from Baruch's place.
He didn't know where she was taken really. But
I
yes,
thought she was dead.
Yeah.
no,
No, she got carried off by that winged beast.
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, but land inwards.
Well, she was following the coast to the south, so.
Was she?
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I said east at it.
Oh, east.
Yeah,
southeast.
that's what I had like exactly
I
the
thought
opposite
south.
direction.
Towards
Southeast.
Stygia.
It was
Okay.
Stygia, yeah, but not along the coast. Anyway, you can
Okay.
tell him whatever you want.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
I thought she was. Okay, in that case, I wouldn't have said that.
So, a friend of yours is missing. So, but what do you know about this island other than that? You said you heard about ghosts and specters and undead.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, you
just
promised us
Recount the
adopted.
tale of this pirate legend, and that the island now is cursed, and make up some stuff about how terrible this place is, and only lunatics go there.
At the island of Bloody Tronikos.
Yeah, I think
And
so.
as
Yeah.
you say that, his eyes develop a certain glint. And he was a legendary pirate.
He was apparently, yeah.
Yeah, people say there's plenty of treasure still there.
And again, I ask you, if you are a pirate making a huge haul, would you leave so much treasure right there and not, take it?
It depends how much you trust your crew. Doesn't it?
Does it? Because your crew is with you.
You may have left some things there to return to later.
Didn't so.
Yeah, but it happened decades, centuries, thousands of years ago. What time frame are we talking? Yeah. So
What happened to this pirate? Was he killed after?
just wouldn't count there being a stash of treasure there that everybody knows about.
Well, there are different stories. People say he had a long, long and happy pillaging life. Some the way back through, actually. Threw him overboard and stole his treasure. Depends who you are. And then assumed his identity. Sailed as his crew, but without. But it is certainly a story, a legend I would like to find.
But do you know if anyone actually lives there?
I don't know. I honestly don't. But maybe he left some people back there, the Bloody Tronikos. Maybe some other people have moved. Oh, but I'm sure with fighters like you, we can face anybody.
But remember that our Stygian friend, he wanted to take us there, didn't he? It's what he's paid you for, to take us there.
Yes. Let's say I thought that our interests aligned, but the more I spent with this guy, I just hate his guts.
Then why not
Arrogant.
get rid of him.
An opportunity.
Turf him overboard. Yes, something of that. He stole things from us.
He did? Ah, the gem that he's so keen on and hiding from everybody.
Indeed, you know about it.
Oh yes, oh yes. He was very pleased to have it. Let's say it that way. Maybe we can work something. So, thank you for your help in the fight and with the repair. I am pleased. Don't take this wrong. But to have kidnapped you.
At least we're on the same side now. That's the important thing.
You have my permission to move board freely, as you are members of. And I will square this away with Semaket. And if he's not pleased with it, then who cares? It's my ship. I'm still taking him to his destination where he wants me to take him. Well, maybe as a free man, maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, our interests have aligned for a while. I don't think they do much. But now, excuse me, I have to look after Sarayene.
Cool. One last question, if we may. The shaman, is he still your prisoner?
Now that old man?
The madman?
I still don't trust him. I'm not sure whether he might have called his Odaka guy towards us.
Wasn't that your woman there? I saw her performing some sort of ritual.
Yes, she's my companion.
Yeah, but I thought this storm was her.
Yeah. She is good with weather.
Okay.
But the fog was not her.
Interesting.
That was something else.
Maybe someone on the other ship.
She literally blew the other ship away, but the fog was not. That we were suddenly becalmed was not her work. That we were sitting ducks when they came to hit us was not her work.
You don't have a staff that this shaman had, do you?
I don't have it, no. I think Semaket has it somewhere.
We'd like to get hold of that.
Yeah, I think we should return him. Like, he's burdened enough as it is. Let's not, keep him from his walking aid.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how we do. And we will see that next. And with that, he bids you a good night, and he needs to look after him. Absolutely. So, then we are close to the end. Start with, and then change of scenery. So, okay. What did you make of this time around? Was quite talky.
Yeah, it was good. Had a nice balance.
Well, yeah.
Good. I have in my mind a couple of battles like I was going to actually swinging washback ropes from the mast. Somebody named that up. Yeah, to have a bit more of a playing field as a character. Things like barricade. But we'll get there.
Cannons. No cannons.
Good. Well, thank you very much. I think I'll just close out the stream and our chat. Our next deadline. And yeah, we'll probably be in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think we need to work out the dates, don't we?
We will do that. So for the stream, thanks for watching if you were, and leave us like, comment. There was some really nice last time. Much better than one before. So really nice. And come and join us live. We buy our players some rerolls, not that they need it. Okay, on that note, farewell.
Bye.
Thanks, bye.
Yep.